Welcome to fellatravel. Imagine standing on a sun-kissed shore, the turquoise waves of the Caribbean gently brushing against your feet, while the distant rhythm of merengue dances through the air. Welcome to the Dominican Republic, a vibrant paradise on the eastern half of Hispaniola, where history, nature, and culture collide in the most captivating way. On today's adventure with fellatravel, we dive deep into this stunning nation where Spanish colonial charm merges with African rhythm and Caribbean flair. From sun-soaked beaches to lush mountain trails, and from soulful street food to radiant local festivals, the Dominican Republic isn't just a destination, it's an experience waiting to unfold. Let's lace up our sandals and step into this tropical dream together. The radiance of Dominican women. Let's begin with the soul of this island, Dominican women. There's a magnetic beauty in them, partly in appearance, but mostly in spirit. Imagine the elegance of Spanish roots, the strength of African heritage, and the free-flowing energy of the Caribbean all wrapped into one. With sparkling eyes and smiles that make strangers feel like old friends, these women light up the streets. Whether dressed in vibrant festival attire or simple chic everyday wear, their style dances to the beat of merengue. But what truly defines them is their energy. They're bold, joyful, and full of life, laughing in markets, dancing at street corners, and making you feel like you've known them forever. Their voices carry warmth, their gestures exude confidence, and their laughter is contagious. Whether running a business, raising families, or leading cultural movements, Dominican women embody resilience with a natural grace. You'll often find them at the heart of community gatherings, sharing stories, offering food, and keeping traditions alive with fierce pride. Ever met someone whose vibe made you want to join the party? That's the Dominican woman. Their presence doesn't just light up a room, it sets the whole block buzzing. A celebration of culture, festivals that dazzle. Few places celebrate life like the Dominican Republic, and Carnival in February is the crown jewel. Picture Santo Domingo bursting into a blur of color with costume dancers parading to the rhythms of merengue and salsa. This centuries-old celebration, especially vivid around February 27th, Independence Day, is a thrilling blend of Spanish and Afro-Caribbean traditions. The stars? The legendary Diablos Cojuelos, mischievous devils in dazzling horned masks and satin costumes, playfully teasing onlookers with wooden sticks. Their playful chaos is a reminder of the country's rebellious spirit and love for storytelling. In July, the Merengue Festival takes over the waterfront. Local bands ignite the air, dancers take to the streets, and food stalls sizzle with local delicacies. The entire city turns into an open-air concert, where strangers become friends and music becomes the universal language. You'll find grandparents dancing alongside teenagers, and tourists swept up in the joy of it all. More than just parties, these festivals are a deep dive into Dominican identity, where history, dance, flavor, and passion merge under the Caribbean sun and leave you with memories you'll replay forever. Irresistible Dominican dishes. Get ready to drool. Dominican food is soulful and satisfying, a delicious reflection of the island's rich cultural tapestry. Start with a la bandera, the national dish of rice, beans, and meat symbolizing the colors of the Dominican flag and the unity of tradition and nourishment. Then grab some tostones, fried plantains that crackle with every bite, especially when dipped in garlicky mojo sauce that adds the perfect zing. Craving something tropical? Pescado con coco, fresh fish in a creamy coconut sauce, delivers a taste of the sea with a spicy Caribbean twist. For dessert, Habituales con dulce might surprise you, sweet red beans with coconut milk, cinnamon, and raisins. Odd? Maybe. But it's a Lenten season favorite, and once you try it, you'll get why it's beloved. Need something crunchy? Chicharron crispy pork skin crackles with indulgence, often paired with lime and an ice-cold beer. And don't miss Moro Sonando, a dreamy orange juice and milk blend that cools you down like a Caribbean breeze. Dominican cuisine isn't just food, it's an invitation to connect, to gather, and to celebrate everyday moments with full bellies and even fuller hearts. Landmarks that whisper and roar. The Dominican Republic is a treasure trove of history and natural beauty, where every path leads to a discovery. Start in Santo Domingo's Zona Colonial, the oldest European settlement in the Americas, where cobblestone streets lead to Alcázar de Colón, the once grand residence of Diego Columbus, son of the famed explorer. Here, stone archways and ancient relics whisper tales of the New World's beginnings. For nature lovers, Sauna Island awaits a picture-perfect slice of paradise with palm-fringed beaches and turquoise waters so clear you can see the seafloor shimmer. It's so cinematic. Parts of Pirates of the Caribbean were filmed here. Up north, ride the cable car up Mount Isabel de Torres in Puerto Plata, soaring over lush forest canopies. At the summit, a Christ the Redeemer statue stands tall beside vibrant botanical gardens bursting with orchids and ferns. The panoramic views stretch from mountain to sea, offering a breathtaking reminder of the island's raw beauty. Each location, whether man-made or wild, tells a story that invites you to not just see, but feel the soul of the Dominican Republic. Secrets behind the sights. Did you know that the Zona Colonial is still alive with vibrant cafes, street musicians, and art vendors, even though it dates all the way back to 1496? Walking through its narrow alleys feels like stepping into a living museum where every brick has a story to tell. Or that the 27 waterfalls of Damajagua, now a magnet for thrill seekers, were once a hidden treasure only locals knew about until the 1990s. Today, adventurers from all over the world come to climb, slide, and jump their way through its cascading tiers. Want to escape the crowds? Head to Bahia de las Aguilas, a secluded stretch of white sand tucked inside Jaragua National Park. It's untouched, remote, and breathtaking, often called the most beautiful beach in the country. For those who crave elevation, Pico Duarte offers more than just height. At over 3,100 meters, it's the Caribbean's rooftop, where pine trees whisper and the air feels sacred. These aren't just landmarks, they're living legends, waiting for you to uncover their secrets. Adventures that pump your blood. Ready to feel the rush? The Dominican Republic is packed with pulse-pounding adventures that blend nature's beauty with unforgettable thrills. Start with a speedboat ride to Sauna Island, feel the wind in your hair as you glide across turquoise waters, stopping to snorkel among colorful coral reefs and starfish-laced shallows. The lagoons are so clear and calm, it feels like floating in a dream, all under the shade of swaying palms. In Puerto Plata, soar 2,600 feet into the sky via cable car to Mount Isabel de Torres, where sweeping views of sea and forest stretch endlessly. Up top, breathe in the fresh mountain air, stroll through lush botanical gardens, and snap a selfie with the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue. Craving more adrenaline? Head to Samana and take on the El Valle zipline. Strap in and fly across the jungle canopy. Some lines stretch over 1,000 feet while birdsong and rushing waterfalls soundtrack your flight. Whether you're flying high or diving deep, riding rapids or riding ATVs along mountain trails, this island is built for adventurers. One thing's for sure, your heart will be racing and your smile will be stuck in place. conclusion, why you should go now. The Dominican Republic is a living, breathing celebration of people, passion, flavor, and nature. It's a place where every sunrise feels like a promise and every sunset feels like a reward. Here at fellatravel, we've walked with its radiant women, danced in its electric carnivals, feasted on its soulful food, and explored its raw, untamed beauty. We've stood in the echoing halls of colonial palaces, plunged beneath cascading waterfalls, kayaked through mystical mangroves, and sipped cold Presidente beers on sun-drenched sands with music in the background and salt in the air. But what makes the Dominican Republic truly magical is the way it welcomes you with open arms, wide smiles, and a rhythm that you can't help but move to. Whether you're a first-time traveler or a seasoned wanderer, this island makes you feel like you belong. And the best part? It's not just unforgettable, it's affordable. Meals cost mere dollars, street food is a flavor explosion, and you can pack in a week of adventures without draining your wallet. So what are you waiting for? Grab your bag, bring some cash, yes, US cards don't always work, and dive headfirst into this Caribbean wonderland. And hey, if something in this story spoke to your soul, drop a comment below. Was it the carnival? The cuisine? The cliff dives? Let's keep the journey alive right here with fellatravel because the adventure's just getting started. Fun facts about the Dominican Republic that'll blow your mind. The Dominican Republic is more than just sun, sand, and salsa. Beneath its postcard-perfect beaches and party-filled nights lies a country brimming with surprising, quirky, and downright fascinating facts. Whether you're planning a trip or just love travel trivia, here are some fun facts about the Dominican Republic that'll make you fall even more in love with this Caribbean gem. First off, let's talk history. The Dominican Republic is home to the oldest European established city in the Americas, Santo Domingo. Founded in 1496 by Bartholomew Columbus, Christopher Columbus's brother, the city boasts the first cathedral, first paved road, first university, and even the first hospital in the New World. When you walk through the Zona Colonial, you're literally stepping into centuries of history. It's a living museum wrapped in modern energy, with coffee shops nestled in centuries-old buildings. Here's a cool one. The Dominican flag is the only one in the world that features a Bible. Right in the center of the flag, under a cross and a shield, sits an open Bible symbolizing the country's strong religious heritage. The official motto? Dios, Patria, Libertad, God, Fatherland, Liberty. That's some powerful national pride. Now on to language quirks. While Spanish is the official language, Dominican Spanish is fast, playful, and full of unique slang. Vena is the most versatile word in the language. It can mean things, stuff, or even be an expression of frustration. Locals may also greet you with que lo que, a chill way of saying what's up. Understanding Dominican Spanish feels like cracking a fun secret code. In the realm of music and dance, the Dominican Republic is the birthplace of merengue and bachata. These rhythms are more than just music, they're national treasures. Merengue was even recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And trust us, it's nearly impossible to stand still when a band strikes up a merengue beat. It's like the island itself is moving. Here's a wild geographical twist. The Dominican Republic is home to both the highest point in the Caribbean, Pico Duarte, at 3,101 meters, and the lowest point at Lago Enriquillo, which lies about 44 meters below sea level. That means you can literally hike through alpine pine forests in the morning and float in a hypersaline lake surrounded by iguanas in the afternoon. Where else can you do that? Love chocolate? You're in luck. The Doctor is one of the world's top organic cacao producers. Much of the chocolate in Europe starts with Dominican beans. And speaking of exports, this island nation is also the largest exporter of Major League Baseball players outside of the US. Legends like David Ortiz and Pedro Martinez got their start here, swinging bats in dusty neighborhood fields. Oh, and if you ever drink mamajuana, be prepared. This traditional Dominican drink, made from rum, red wine, honey, tree bark, and herbs, is said to be an aphrodisiac. Locals call it Dominican Viagra, and it's usually offered with a cheeky smile. Don't say we didn't warn you. From historical firsts to cultural icons, the Dominican Republic is a land of surprises. It's a country that pulses with energy, dances through life, and keeps you guessing at every turn.